Hey gang, welcome back to the shop. Yeah, this is kind of an impromptu video. But before you ask, I did get a haircut. Appreciate that. I had a semi-formal gala to go to last night for some local charities. So I got my ears raised, or whatever you call it. I guess in my case, my ears were lowered. I was editing a video that now ties into this video when the mail arrived. And I don't know about you guys, but when I place an order with CLK Supplies, UHS, eBay, when mail arrives, I get excited like a little kid. But this one is especially exciting because, as those of you who follow along with CLK Supplies and the Lock Boss series, I was one of the March $500 gift certificate winners. I'm very fortunate in that I've won more than once. When I do win, I try not to use the hashtag for, a good amount of time. This time I think it'd been like a year and a half or 2 years since I'd used it. First time I won was when I very first started getting into locksmithing. I got a couple lock void rekey kits for Quickset and Schlage 1, or Schlage. Got one of the old school pinning mats. Another time I won this. I believe this is Blue Dog. I don't do a lot of SC or small form factor stuff. So I haven't ever used it. I probably need to order some cylinders and train, or but like I said, I was one of the $500 winners. I don't just know inventory to stock up on, other than the basics: KW1, SC1, Ford H92, 72s, standard stuff, which I'm pretty good on. So in trying to figure out what to do, I was talking to my wife, and as some of you know, a couple years ago I went out and did a site survey. I guess in the locksmithing world you call it a site survey too. In the IT world, when you go into a data center, whatever, or a customer's or client's environment, you do a site survey. So I guess it's the same thing. Went around. They've got multiple buildings, multiple padlocks. I did an at-cost, donated time estimate for them, or quote. It didn't work out due to financial reasons. They're a nonprofit organization. It's one of the only 4-H groups around where the rides are free. So they do a lot of fundraising all year long, which in a county of about 15,000 people takes a lot. So they couldn't do it then. Tried to kind of do it last year. It's just never caught. They've gotten some grants to do some renovations in the property, which will be shown in the other video, the one I was editing this morning, and hopefully I put these out in the right order. But I went and did another site survey, and I'm using a good portion of my $500 gift certificate to get them MX13. So I'll just kind of go through the goodies here real quick. A lot of KIK. They've got a lot of padlocks out there, so I want to see about rekeying them. Got some stuff for personal projects. A flip key jig, which is a pack of 2. Signal blocker. This is handy when I'm trying to program keys. I can just put the fob or the prox remote in and block it, except for I never have one at hand, so I figure if I got another one, the Wera metric tool set. I see Eric on South Main Auto uses all the time. I would have never bought this for myself unless I had a real urgent need for it, but figured I'd splurge. Because I did, even though it's a $500 gift certificate, if you spend $555, 555, yep, then you get the Lock Boss Carhartt swag. So I ended up spending more than an extra 55 bucks, and this isn't all the order. There's still some stuff coming. There's lead times on some of the MX-13 stuff. But once all those, I'll have enough cores for everything I need out there. Plus some of my stock. PJ just dropped a video on the equipment key. This is one of the most perplexing things I dealt with when I first started locksmithing. So they dropped it. I went ahead and got the big boy kit. Got a couple of the lockout keys to try. Got an updated framing manual, code manual. And there's some miscellaneous stuff I actually needed to restock on. So once the rest of the stuff comes in, I'll have all the cores and everything I need to replace everything minus padlocks. That's going to be a whole nother project, which I kind of go over in the other video. I also got today UHS hardware. Some new commercial sets. I picked this up because it was on sale. I think this is very similar to, probably the same thing. But it was on sale, and I had rewards dollars. I think it's very similar to this thing. This thing I don't know how to use because there was no instructions with this thing that I could read. I think there's a guy by the name of Mike in Florida, maybe. He has a YouTube channel where he uses a lot of X-Tool and UHS products. So I've never come across how to use it correctly. TDAR, I think it'll read the key. I don't think it unlocks it or anything. I don't know. Maybe it does. But I know on Top Down site I can find instructions. And I suck at wafers, so I got a little wafer thing. Trying to hit the 149 free shipping with UHS. Even though I'm a UHS preferred member, it's like $20 a month. The way that works, if you've got an order under 2 pounds and it's $149, you can pay $9.99 overnight shipping, which is great when you're needing to get fobs in quickly. But I think just these two alone were like 5 pounds. So I hit the $149 mark. A lot of times what I do, pulling back the curtain here a little bit of my financing, whether it's CLK Supplies or UHS Hardware, I try to hit the number for free shipping, so, you know, throw a toy for myself in there or something I actually want or need. And then I use PayPal Pay in 4. So it breaks it out into 4 payments. You pay every 2 weeks. Doesn't cost you anything. And it's like anything else. Once you've used it so long, you build up more, which I think I'm up to. I can do $1,500 Pay in 4, which I'm never going to do. Well, never say never, but it's going to be an emergency then. So I got all this stuff. Now I need to throw this all back in there. Do really want to thank CLK Supplies and just giving back to the locksmithing community. By them doing that and me being the fortunate one and one of the fortunate ones in winning it, I can now take that and give it to another organization who deserves it. So yeah, that's I'm going to box all this back up. I will be doing a master key system at the fairgrounds, which once I start doing that, because, you know, obviously I'm going to key everything up here. Have to go through and mark what's going to be what. Door hardware, I'll pull up on the big screen. Master key software, which there's charts and spreadsheets and stuff like that you can use to do it. I'm lazy, and I have problems with numbers with my dyslexia and dyscalculia. I don't know what it is. I have problems with letters and numbers. Well, the dyscalculia is more I have problems with mathematical ideas. Sidebar, sorry. I paid I think it was $95 or $100 on sale with CLK Supplies, and I got the Arrow Master Key software. Super, super easy to use, super simple, and it just gets the job done. I've never run into cross keying or anything like that. So yeah, that's the plans for my my gift certificate and some other money thrown in. We'll get a great youth organization secured, and it's not only getting them secured, but when every year around fair, $50, $60, $100 worth of key blanks are made because, and I've seen this in person when I was on the council. I went and got 20 keys made, but I can't find them, so go and get another 20 keys made. We were going through some of the 4-H stuff, trying to organize stuff for my wife, found a bag of keys. So that's not gonna, they can ask me to make 20 copies, but now it's more of a financial and a structural incentive to keep track of those keys. And the other thing is, you really need to choose who's going to get copies. And that person's going to have to sign a document stating they're responsible for that key. So, yep. That's the plan. I'm super excited. Get these things keyed up, go down one day, knock them all out, and of course bring you guys along for the ride. So until next time, appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and catch you.